Everybody, welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. Just sitting here hanging out with Wesley. We're smoking on some herb. Hope you guys are having a good evening out there so far. AG and Run, Old School, Ace.
Oh, yeah.
Hope everybody out there is doing good.
The early birds. AG. I'll be right back.
Yep, you're all good. NDG. Hope you're doing well, brother. We'll wait for some people to pop in. How's everybody? So, you got anybody started outside yet? Let's see, AG was not AG, but Ace was talking about some outside stuff.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, that's why getting into it. That's why I've been trying to bring it up every couple of weeks and asking her, because the outside stuff's really cool when it gets going. I love seeing the sun-grown weed too, and that's when it starts happening.
It's so beautiful outside. It just turns into a monster.
Yeah. If I if I lived somewhere where I had a backyard, I'd totally do it. Because I would need to light depth in my location in order for it to finish correctly. And I can't light depth it if I don't live there.
I feel like almost everybody should be light depping.
Yeah.
Because it's pushing it. I mean, if you're not in a dry climate at the end, which is hard, really, in most places.
Damn.
But,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Gorilla cookies. Oh man, dude, something just stole my. I had put some medicinal root.
That's an awesome blend, by the way. That's how you get some monsters. How big are they already? They must be pretty big.
Yeah, 3 months ago. I mean, those things are mother plants right now. That's how you grow 10-pounders, for sure. Moon. He's got to be like, hopefully over the hump. You need to cut you more. Yeah, like 4 feet tall, 10 strands, 4 foot tall. Oh yeah, right now. Yeah, I was like 4 foot tall. Please, you can be 14 foot tall. Where's he from? If he doesn't mind saying.
We're Maine. That's awesome. You got a good amount of area to grow that all in too.
Yeah, that's tough at the end of the season in Maine.
Because how is the climate on the East Coast? And
winter comes in hard early.
Does it?
Maine, you'd be lucky to get it to go to October. Like that's like on like the best season possible. Like Halloween, if you can make it to Halloween or 2 weeks before, it's like, amen to you. But there's microclimates everywhere. Like you might be more near the coast,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be a little warmer, but then you still got that humidity from the coast.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't do it outside until I will grow. I love growing outside. I think it's awesome. I like being out there and doing it. But until I can live where I can do it,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna avoid it.
yeah,
Just because I have to light depth in order to finish. Because Pacific Northwest, you're hitting 80, 100% humidity in September.
yeah. I remember watching the dude from Dude Grows because he's up in your area, and
Yeah.
every year he tries to grow, and it just turns to mold, and he's just like, "Why do I do it? Every time I do it, it just turns to mold. I try again."
I tried it 3 times, and all 3 times I had problems.
You know,
Well,
you gotta get some good genetics.
Yeah.
Like at that point, that's what it comes down to. Like if you can't dep, you got to find a breeder who's breeding for mold resistance and flower time.
It's I never really had problems. As soon as I started making sure I fed the plant properly, I never had the PM problems. I never had any of those issues or the bugs. Like I didn't really have those problems. It was the botrytis in flower once you have the denser buds and the humidity and the fucking fog came in.
Yep. Yeah, that fog, dude, and it lays down such a dew.
Yeah, that's
where
what
like you hit field capacity on dew point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just bad.
That's where it got me. Was the fog came in one day, good for a couple of days. Another day, I was like, I gotta get this plant down. And by that time,
Overnight, it's like beautiful plant, and then you wake up the next morning and it's like mold.
Yeah, I had it. I would say I'd saved a bunch of it though. I still got over a pound on that plant, but it was 8 by 8. It should have done 4.
Yeah. Right.
I couldn't finish it. I couldn't go the 2 extra weeks because I wanted to be able to light dep.
Yep.
If I could light dep it, I would have light depped it, and it would have started much earlier.
Man, if you haven't depped, it's so worth the work.
Yeah.
Like you get indoor quality outside. It's like the best of both. You get the nug set and the leaf stack the same as an indoor. You don't get like all this extra leaf because it's flowering in 2 months.
It's because your plants, when you get them to flower earlier, you're maximizing that better sun time.
Spectrum as well. Sun. Yeah, you're in that like metal halide.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Instead of having to turn it using it on vegging the plant out.
Yeah, you don't get this the darker hue to the flower. It's all bright and nice fluorescent green, and yeah, it's crazy how and I've noticed that with HPS over LED. Like the LED weed is like this like brighter, lusher color.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you couldn't really tell without growing that way, like because HPS to outdoor doesn't look very red or dark.
Yeah.
In comparison, as you go up to indoor LEDs, it's like, whoa, the blood really got pretty. Maybe too pretty.
Yeah. You lose that kind of outside variation. Or
whole milk, turmeric, whole milk. I hope you're talking raw milk, because pasteurized milk is not gonna do you any good.
It's that you still need that bacteria that you need to actually do that function. But I've always, once you have the PM, that hyphae is within your plant, and even if you get it off the surface, it can still start fruiting again. And like you want to make sure you have a healthy plant to begin with, so it can't actually get PM.
Yeah, I think like if you have it, there's only maybe a few products that will actually get that hyphae, and the two that I know of is Dr. Zymes, which you can make a strong enzyme by seed sprout, And those enzymes will actually eat up the hyphae, and I believe green cleaner.
Now you say enzymes. Now in whole milk, are those enzymes present? Some of those enzymes.
I don't, not in pasteurized milk, but in raw milk.
That's why I meant in whole milk, like in raw. You could maybe get maybe that's why it would work. So maybe enzymes in it that we could. The milk itself won't do very much. It's
for sure.
I didn't know there's enzymes that eat the hyphae.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, enzymes, dude, are meant to like liquefy and break down rock. So
that's why actually that makes sense. That's why I feed enzymes to my plant for the last two weeks, is to start breaking down whatever's in that container and feed it to the plant whatever it can.
Does your line have its own enzyme? Yeah. So you're not forced to buy like Hygrozyme or.
Yeah, no, I use it. And I use the enzyme that they have. And use their molasses. That's kind of what I do at the end.
I don't know, man. I've used regular milk, and I still got PM. So maybe you just have healthy plants. But the whole purpose of spraying milk is living milk. It's that you're using the bacteria and the biology that's in the milk to occupy the leaf surface, so there's a no vacancy sign, so that the spores, the PM, and the air can't settle in and get. So I mean, you know, and I'm not 100%. I'm not the law here. This is just my thought pattern on it, and from what I saw. Like when I lived in Oregon, I sprayed regular milk and it was nasty, dude. It went funk, man. It soured on my leaf and it reeked for like a week and a half in the baking sun. It was absolutely disgusting. And so you like regular milk, pasteurized milk does not like turn into cheese curds. It doesn't curdle correctly. It just sours because that biology isn't there to make the whey. The liquid whey is your lactis bacillus, which is pretty much like in KNF, you're making the lactis bacillus. You're taking a rice wash collection from the air, water, and inoculating regular milk from the store to use that captured biology to then curdle the milk and make the cheese curds in the whey. So on its own, regular milk does not do that. It just turns nasty. And so I think you might have better results with curdling some milk and taking that lactis bacillus. And the ratios, like when you're spraying just milk and water, I mean, the lactis bacillus is like 1 to 100. You know, it's like 4 mils to a gallon, something like that. So it's very strong. But if he knows something I don't know, I'm willing to hear it. Or learn in public and be wrong. I'm not saying, I'm just telling you what he said. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to save you the stank and the experience.
That experience, yeah, that's not like a good experience.
Dude, it's so gross.
Nice.
10% for our cereal. 10%.
Isn't that half and half?
Ugh. No, half and half I think's heavier on the cream. 10% is like where they skim the fat off.
Oh.
Which that's the best part. The recipe: 1 cup whole milk, teaspoon of turmeric, lukewarm water. Oh. Yeah, golden seal or like golden milk or something. That's like a drink where they put turmeric in milk.
Or is it?
Yeah, some kind of golden milk or something. Yeah, it might be Indian because I mean they're all about turmeric in India.
Yeah. And there's probably some health benefit to it. I'm not quite sure myself.
Well, the turmeric may be doing more than the milk at that point.
Yeah. Oh, for the PM, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, turmeric's really potent medicinal. I believe it's what they were talking about in the Bible when they said frankincense, myrrh, and gold. They were talking about the golden spice of turmeric.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because why would you talk about two plants and then gold?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of things get kind of misread that way. No, I see that, and yeah, no, that's cool. That I didn't realize that does what it does. So maybe this is interesting. There's other. I've kind of not really paid attention too much to the spray recipes, just because I'm a proponent of saying healthy plants, like make sure you get the right amount of calcium pectate in your plant, and you're going to avoid the situation to begin with. But if you do get to that point, yeah, it's kind of good to know some recipes that are going to help.
Yeah, it's a losing battle if your nutrition's not there. Like you can pretty much do everything, but the problem will get in usually.
Yeah.
Half and half, lactose intolerant.
It's half and half he's using because I know I use table cream for my coffee, and that's 18. So I'm assuming that half and half would be the 10. Because I know I goes from 3 to 10 to 18, and 33 is whipping cream.
Right. Sort high. If you can find raw milk, you should check on the raw milk because it's a completely different beast. Like it's known that if you have dairy intolerance and lactose problems, that raw milk doesn't act the same. We have raw milk in the fridge. That's all that I would allow my family to consume. And the farm we used to go to, the guy would show up, this guy in this like SUV, and he'd pull out like 10 coolers. I mean, the dude spent like $1,000 on milk. And I was like, dude, what are you doing with all this? Like, do you run like a CSA or something? Like resell it? And he goes, no, I have a big family and my kids are like lactose intolerant. And he goes, so we make all like our own ice cream and dairy products with the raw milk because my kid can consume that. And I was like, okay.
When I did a Tony Robbins event, they talked about it too. And one of the UPW event, they talked about raw milk and the benefits of it, and how when you do the pasteurized milk, you're actually taking all the good shit out of the milk.
Yeah, have some dead pus and blood and dead cells. They kill everything. So all that living organism, you're just eating dead bacteria bodies.
Yeah. Hey, Moon, sorry, I'll get you back on the big screen. Do you want to show?
Oh, I was just going to show the lactic acid there. Come on, bro.
Is that your creepy ass Halloween door we just heard?
Oh no, that's the creepy ass outdoor door.
I thought you were about to get murdered right there.
Hell no. People out here say don't fuck with the crazy guy in the yellow house. And I'm the crazy guy in the yellow house.
Hey, what
yeah, let me go get that.
Moon, what's your input on like bacillus products and milk, and you know, because you were into the probiotic farmers alliance and everything, like what's your take on that if you heard that whole thing?
My take is it's one of the if for outdoors, and I don't It just works good. Robot.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I
Can you
just
hear me
want to
now?
say, yeah, you're coming in a bit better now. I just want to say welcome to Smoking G Sharp. If this is your first time here, everybody. Yeah, we're all smoking on some good stuff. I'm actually smoking on what Short Highs grow growing. I think it's what is it? The alien trees right now.
Alien trees.
Yeah, they're drained though. I'm trying some of that. Press some of it. That one turned out nicely. I got all those videos done for them.
Does that have anything to do with alien technology?
You're gonna have to ask Short High. They grew it. Yeah, and I have all these resins to sit there and test with Susan to complete the videos for him. Yeah, we did that last night, man.
How long do you brew your tea? And do you put a food source in it? And what is? That's what I want to know. I want to know about your tea, your practices.
That's what was in my big jug.
I like to
right
put
now.
oatmeal flour in my tea.
Yeah, oatmeal's solid. I mean, it's a great fungal food.
Yeah, that's what I put it in for.
Which there's not a lot of good
Raise my fungal.
Kelp is another good one. But I think to keep it safe is stay away from the molasses as much as possible and the simple sugars. And only brew for 4 to 5 hours. Because you're going to stay in a pretty safe zone.
No.
The air stone can only
That's not
raise
how you brother.
Huh?
You're spreading false information on active aerated compost teas.
Why is that?
Oh, those are minimum 24 hours to 36 hours. And you have
Why
to
would
give them
you-
a food source so you don't
Why-
have the bad bacteria.
No.
Out can beat the good.
I mean, those,
Yeah.
no, that's I beg to challenge.
Well,
That's very loose terminology when like heat also like what your temperature that you're brewing around. Like if you're going 24 to 36 hours, I guarantee under the microscope you have nothing but problems and anaerobes in there, because you can't keep your dissolved oxygen levels up high enough with an air stone to keep things aerobic, because what is anything that's replicating in life needs oxygen.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't use an air stone for one, because they fill up with microbiome.
Yeah, for air stones, that's a no.
Bro. I've been doing it for years. As long as it smells like good sweet tea, you're good. You get that stink in there, then you got the anaerobic going.
Well, I know
I
that's
like
when
personally.
you take
I like to have a nice froth. No, I like to have nice froth with a bubbling volcano, just fucking smelling good. I mean, I see the improvement in my plants when I do that. Like, you know what I mean? I've got all the food in the soil, and then I put all those microbes in there. And I mean, if it was bad, you would see it.
But I mean, didn't you have
this is
some
for outdoor
trouble
too?
with
I don't really think. What's that?
Didn't you have some troubled plants last run though?
Outdoor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was overwatering. I didn't have enough aeration in the soil.
But to
I
think
don't think.
and not want to know if that comes from your tea practices, because it very well might have come from that. Like there's a lot of courses out there that teach microscope work.
What
It's
happened
not.
was I was using pretty much worm casting, so everything I put in my bowl were worm castings. And for like 5 years, everything was fine because the casing on the worm casting, you know, that little calcium layer, acted like light and it had nice air. And it kind of did it before, and then it kind of did this year or that last year, where it kind of broke down into mud versus aggregate. And so that's it, just, I guess, less air in. So I put in a bunch of cocoa this year.
I mean,
But most of the compost teas, I run a enzymatic compost tea mix.
But how do you know this
So
if,
it's a
if
little
you're not
bit
having
different.
it? If you're not having it like an analysis on it?
Because I buy it. It's like it is analyzed. It's from Happy Endings Tea Mix Ocean Bounty, and it's
Okay.
you add their mix in, aerate it, and they say 12 to 36 hours.
Right, but how can
And
they
I would
see
do it with
that
my own too, you know.
if they don't know your temperature? Like to say, just give a broad number, and I'll tell you, 24 hours is on the long side.
Well,
where you're definitely
what the guy,
into problems.
what the guy does is goes on the video, tells you what ranges. Like, you don't even get much activity up until 24 hours. It's between that 24 and 36 hour range that you get the most activity. And you'll notice that in a microscope just because I haven't done it. Because of the fucking bioactivity that's happening causing that foam. That foam's happening because microbes are fucking breeding and eating and pooping.
Your foam doesn't come
creating
from
that biofilm.
biology. It comes from
biofilm. It comes from the biofilm. It comes from the biofilm from the biology.
And biofilm is not
That's what
good.
clogs the pump.
If
Yeah, but it's
brewing
a sign of the good bacteria. Oh my gosh. I guess we're just gonna have to disagree to agree on this, brother.
Well, right. I mean, I just want to push you to want to actually visually see what you're doing. Like, send your stuff out to
I visually, yeah, but by the time it gets there, it'll be all dead. I can visually see how the plants like it, and that's good enough for me. It smells good. It don't smell bad. Like, if it smells like death, yeah, you did something wrong and don't use it. But if it smells good like sweet tea, man, that's what's up.
I mean, just a sweet smell doesn't put
biofilm.
you in biological ranges. You can go outside of healthy and still have it smell sweet.
I don't know. I'll do it till the day I die, brother.
I
have the biggest pump you can get almost, and fuck, for a 55-gallon barrel, it is violent. And all I did is I put a half-inch PEX, and it's probably about a 2-foot circle, and then I drilled holes in it, and then I hooked it to a T, and then I got that hooked up to the air hose, and that sits on the bottom. And man, the amount of violent activity, it's like the craziest thing. You can only fill it up maybe, I don't know.
So it's an airlift?
10 inches. I'm not sure what that is.
It's a pipe and like makes a waterfall, like what you see in like
No, it's not like that. Not like on those Vortex brewers. That would be cool though.
Yeah, I mean, I think moving parts is a problem, big problem. And again, you know, the problem is that like you can only create so much oxygen, and the more you brew, the more those organisms are increasing in potency, in numbers, and they're using up all that oxygen, and you will be anaerobic before 24 hours, and it won't be like septic anaerobic, but you've already reached peak, like what you can provide benefit at a certain amount of time, and then everything else after that is like you're kicking yourself in the foot. You're still getting great results, but just imagine if, like, all I'm saying is try brewing for 6 hours and see if you get the same result without any side effects. Do it on one
No,
plant.
I'll just get an oxygen meter.
Because you're not going to wake
oxygen meter.
up. Yeah, check it for sure. But
yeah,
I mean, if
No,
you're not
man,
looking with a
I don't know.
microscope, then we just don't know.
Well, that's not, well, yeah, but even if you are looking through a microscope, you still won't know. You're not going to know if those are good or bad or anything.
Of course you can.
Unless you go to fucking maybe Dr. Elaine Ingram's class and all that. But that,
Yeah,
I mean, that's how she talks about brewing.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
yeah, she says use a microscope, but I do.
What Dr. Elaine is saying, then why are you doing her practice? And like no one's microscoping their compost. She says it all starts with what she considers biologically complete compost, which means something, which means there's not a bunch of ciliates and omycetes and anaerobic organisms and bad fungi. It needs to be confirmed that it has protozoa, it has archaea, it has nematodes, and in certain
it's
numbers.
you type of people that take the fun out of gardening.
How is that not fun when you get to a certain level? Don't you want to challenge yourself?
Because I can't afford a microscope, and I don't want to take the time to learn microscope shit. I've got so much other shit on my plans and table that's like least of my worries. So I just keep doing what everybody else says to do.
But there's people that can do it for you. You send out a little bit of your compost. So you don't have to do it. Your time's worth more or whatever.
I'm not going to do that neither. As soon as my compost cools down, it's ready to use. You know?
Maybe
it is.
Maybe. I'm just saying there's levels and you could increase your quality even more than you thought. Like to just satisfy and be like I'm here and I'm good with it. Like I just want to push you to the next level.
Oh man, I guess you could. If my quality wasn't there, then I'd say, yeah, I'm going to do that. But shit, dude, my quality is right there and I'm happy with it.
That's cool. I mean, we don't have to be the same. I just don't think doing practices that you don't know if it's really good or not. Like I'm like hippie and I'm science. So I like tea, but I want to know that I'm doing it right. Like the fundamentals, like you don't build a house on a swamp. You have a solid foundation. You start at the basics and work up. Like if you're not making proper compost, and this is from a Dr. Elaine, like she's pretty much the compost like guru. And so it all starts with your compost. If you're brewing something that you don't know what's in it, you're taking a chance.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but whatever. You got to take a gamble. You can't live in the safe zone all the time.
No, but also farmers who have like their livelihood on the line or big commercial facilities, like you can't do that. It ruins businesses, it's people's lives on the line. Like I know that's not your situation, but that's why I'm talking the way I am, because it's important when you scale up to like know that these things are actually beneficial and you're doing them right.
Well, yeah, no, if my life and all that depended on it, hell yeah, I'd be doing it. But I'm just trying to get some nice personal medical smoke and fucking, like I said, I don't have the money for that shit. I don't have the time or the interest, No, I've been brewing compost teas for over 10 years. Never got sick. Never had any problems. I mean, yeah, I brewed some bad teas, but you learn what not to do and what to do, you know? And there's plenty of information out there. A lot of bad information, a lot of good information.
That's what scares me the most, the bad. And everybody like thinking that like the recipe or whatever is the way because they got it from their homie. Like Dr. Elaine's been doing this since 85. 1985. Come on, guys.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
40 years
Well,
of
I mean,
scientific research.
oh yeah. No, I just know what I do works and works really good, so I just keep replicating it. Like I don't need a microscope to tell me that I got good bacteria going.
And exactly what you just said, you're replicating it. So you did something that worked, and you just keep on doing the same thing that worked. So that's
Yeah. SOPs, man.
And so I understand where you're coming from on that. And then also on Wesley's side, I understand on min-maxing out what you can possibly do on a commercial scale. But again, if you want to invest in equipment like you're talking about, or invest in the lab expenditures, which if you're not into doing, then you don't. If you're in to just
I don't personally have a microscope, but the money that I spent to send in my samples and learn and recalibrate my practice has tenfold paid for itself every time I've paid for some information I've gained in the garden. And like I used to brew teas as well 10 years ago. 2014 I started brewing tea. And
what's the ballpark
for what?
Of one of those tests, though, so people kind of understand kind of how much it costs to do it. Just like
I think it was $100 to have my soil looked at, and then they count your organisms and they give you a number of each, and then they give you like the numbers of the red zone. Like they can tell me, dude, you're overwatering because you had ciliates and omycetes in these numbers over this threshold. Okay. And so we find that whenever we find these organisms at these numbers, you're overwatering and you're causing potential problems in your garden, yield loss, nutrient absorption, the whole thing. So what I thought I wasn't overwatering, even with a water meter, them looking at my soil and my compost and saying, okay, you can make a tea or an extract with this compost because it has everything that we consider safe and in the right organisms, populations to be a benefit. And so for me, it brought me higher quality. It brought me more yield. It brought me ease of mind. And it helped me in my garden not overwater and find like information changes as we learn new things, especially now that it's legal and academia has stepped in. We're learning things about tea that we didn't know before. And I got great results brewing teas, even with air stones. But I was in problem zones and I didn't even know it until I stopped doing that and tried something different and saw the result. Mixed with like them being able to show you under a microscope and say like, that's what blew my mind, that they could track my practices in my garden through what they saw under the microscope and would call me out. Like I had 4 beds and I did all 4 samples and they knew exactly what bed I started watering in and which one I started applicating nematodes in. And they told me it was like you go 1, 2, 3, 4 from left around and hook like a U. And I was like, how the hell did you know that? And they said, well, we can track with the organisms, like your watering practices or your dispersion of organisms. Every time you do a nematode or a tea, you start on this bed, this one, this one, this one, because your populations are high, medium, low, and super low.
Okay.
And so it blew my mind that they knew how I moved in my garden and what I did.
And that was really going to ask with $100. So how many samples is that of your garden?
That was one sample for 100.
Okay.
And it went down. Like when I did 4, it was like $300.
Okay, so if you wanted to, because I remember before your garden, you actually had those big beds. You could have checked different portions, but it would like, and then it would cost you. Like,
Yeah, and at that point, I was just taking a homogenized sample from each one, mixing it up, and then having them look.
no,
And kind of hoping that the numbers were correct. You know, because I mean, again, like Moonwater saying, I don't want to say that you can't pull it off without, you know, all this, and you can. But for me, it helped figure some stuff out that I was struggling with.
yeah. Well, that's why I got
now
it.
for soil tests would be awesome, man. Like it'll tell you what ratios need to up your mag, your phosphorus, all your other stuff.
Yeah,
I definitely
and that
recommend
also
soil
plays
tests.
into the biology that attaches to those ions. And so you can, with bad mineral chemistry, you can attract pathogens because they're attracted to triple bonds, to things that are locked out. And if you don't have the right chemistry, go ahead.
Where does the fucking? Because I like to use about 1 ounce per gallon of lactic acid bacteria. Now, does that shit eat all that stuff you're talking about? Like, because it eats all the bad stuff, and they probably get that like once a week in the outdoor.
Yeah,
it's
it's
decomposer.
definitely. Yeah, well, it's also creating
Yeah, no.
enzymes. So the enzymes are also breaking down old root material pathogens. They can break up viruses.
Yeah.
And
Did they create aminos in the process?
I would imagine so. Yeah, I mean it's like everything
I would
happening.
think so.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But maybe only to a certain extent, because in the KNF they make the fish aminos to accelerate amino acid.
But I use the lactic acid to make the fish aminos.
Yeah. So it could be feeding off of the material and then creating the aminos from the lactic acid, bacteria. I don't know. I didn't go that deep.
I did. I made the fish aminos, and I used to make that every year, but now I don't go fishing too much, so I don't get to catch them. But that stuff works so good. It's like 3 times better than like Alaska fish fertilizer.
Oh yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, when you're catching it. And there's something too when it's local to your area and you're doing these fermentations, you're getting the local microbes that these plants interact with. Yeah, buddy.
What up,
What up?
Is this name new?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something closet.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Cheers,
Hope you're doing well this evening, brother.
fuck yeah, Matt. What is it? 8? Yeah, I still got home late, but was able to catch this time.
Woo-wee.
Nice. You even got your sweater on too.
Hell yeah.
Did it
Yeah,
get chilly out there? It got chilly out there as well.
No. It's just a little chilly in here.
Oh yeah, is this
I mean, it might be like 80. Yeah, it's 84 outside.
All right, you're not dealing with it.
No. You alright? I see you walking slow. You alright? I see you walking slow, Wes.
Oh, you weren't here last week. He had brushes.
Trampoline house.
I got a little hobble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did say that. You did say you were in crutches.
We're getting old. It's getting better. You're not on crutches.
Right.
Yeah. What up,
Yeah,
man?
trampoline park is the best to me. Landed on my heel.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, you can't be a kid all the time and be stupid.
Very. You could try though.
Yeah, I mean, there was like little teens there, and I like wanted to show off, and you know what happens when you try to show off.
You couldn't let them show you out.
Dude, that's our generation, like being wild.
Right, like we're not old. Who's old? But I'll show you. Get out the way.
Yeah.
All
Not
of a sudden,
good.
we'll break a fucking hip. Look at Moon. Moon's on that Mendo dope shit. If y'all don't know,
I ain't gonna get nowhere close, but I'm gonna play.
he's trying to be a part of the competition for sure. He at least wants an 11-footer.
No, I can only go 8.5.
Really? Oh, because of the top, huh?
Yeah, I could raise it up like a foot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What up, Ernest? Cheers, Ace. Everybody in the chat.
These are the skunk number ones from Authentic.
How old are they?
Got the OG Kush. 6 weeks, I think, or like a month and 20 days.
Fuck yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still working on the cocoa, and I think I could have done better, but they're doing pretty good.
Why you say you could have done better?
Well, I'm fucking still in the soil, so I think you don't have to water every day, so I don't. And like I was doing like every 3 days with the seedlings, but they just didn't do as good. So like I started some CBD ones the other day, and I've been watering them every day, and they're doing really good. So I just need to learn how to water every day with the cocoa.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we got.
Like Carl,
Mountaintop
fucking
mint.
Wallace,
The bling, potty mouth, Dream Queen, Northern Lights number 5,
Those are really good.
Gazerpal, and
You can see the variation.
called.
That's all for sure. That's what
Yeah,
it's
so
about.
you can see you got the Purist, the OG Kush Purist, and the Northern Lights number 5. They're all kind of got some similar structure.
Yeah,
And then the
it's cool though
skunk
seeing
number
it.
1s. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I got
That sure does look like
monster
skunk growth pattern.
Yeah, there's the Acapulco gold, Colombian gold. They're a little picky. They don't like the fucking hydro. So I'm hoping once I get in that nice organic soil that they'll take off.
They don't look too bad for 6 weeks.
Yeah. This one's a male. I thought it was a female. And then these are all my males in the back here.
Really?
There's the skunks over here, and then yeah, my buddy's got a ranch about 15 miles from here, and he said I could plant these up there by the spring. So I shouldn't get any pollen. Yeah, I shouldn't get any pollen, and then I can go up there and get some nice nature-grown male pollen, and then I'll just cross everything with this.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, then we got the mountaintop mint. I'm so excited about this. It's got like a skunk mint thing. See, it said even blue cheese. So I'm excited.
Blue cheese.
Yeah, so
The mountaintop mint is in the potty mouth, and the potty mouth is in the gazerpal. And both the potty mouth and the gazerpal just have this crazy taste. I don't even know. Like, I definitely get double mint gun on some of the potty mouth. Like, when you're done smoking the joint, it'll just have this minty double mint taste afterwards.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Fuck yeah.
I was
bro.
thinking about watering because
Bring
they're
it
a
on
little
the water.
droopy this morning.
Watering twice a day?
Well, I transplanted them into the pot, so the roots haven't really gone into all that soil yet. You know what I mean? So they're
You did-
still.
You didn't full saturation?
Oh yeah, no, full saturation. Yeah, I let them sit in the water for like 30 minutes, and then I'll vacuum it out. But so I mean, you do that. I'll water, and it'll be at a certain level, and when I come back in 30 minutes, it's gone down in half. So
Right.
it had absorbed a lot of that drainage, or making sure all them dry pockets are absorbed. And I think of those plants just sucking it up like a straw.
Oh yeah. Especially if they're thirsty. It don't take long. I'll roll this up and then I'll show the girl here, Matt.
I'm just finishing up the post because I'm going to be announcing the 2025 grow along that we'll be doing today.
Nice.
So that will be through Discord for the sign up and everything. What's up, Carl? I hope you're doing well, brother. I haven't seen you in a few days, friend.
What up, Paul?
What up, Carl?
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a gazerpal that had the freak show tendencies. So I emailed Humboldt, and they said that they were getting like 1 out of 100 showing that, and that they were excited about it. So I might flower
Nice.
that in like a flower room or something, or keep a clone till this fall. It's got a super mentholy eucalyptus stem rub, so I don't want to put it outside thinking that I'm going to get that gazerpal flavor I'm looking for. But it is a pretty plant.
What up, Hazy? Good to see you, brother. Space. What up, Space? Shadow. Cheers.
Oh, space, what's going on, brother?
Cheers, all y'all. Good to see everybody. Hit that thumbs up, man. Smoke that motherfucker. Y'all come show the grow, too.
Oh, remember when I said I was going to spread out that plant a little bit more on my last stream? So I got in there. We did bring her down a bit more and took a little bit more leaf out.
Fuck you. There you
So
go.
now I'm happy with it. Before it was going straight up from here and here. So I was like, no, we're gonna bring the net down a little bit and stretch it out a little bit more. So
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
and that was at the end of week 4. So that still had 6 weeks left after that date. We got lots of time.
Had 6.
Nice.
It's got 6 weeks left.
Yeah, that was only the end of week 4. So and I like to always push it to 70 no matter what.
Yeah, 10 weeks ain't too bad.
Yeah. It just works with my timing, so I try to do that. Most of the ones I grow, I try to aim for a 9-10 weeker.
Right.
I have E-Town, which means that This plant's coming down this weekend, coming up. I didn't show this one last week. I remember that. So this is in the 2x2 right now. This is so still getting some decent buds in the middle too from being opened up. We're getting development on it.
Fuck yeah, look at that.
We're definitely
Nice.
you can even see the ambers in here. So
Oh, you're ready.
yeah.
Close.
This one.
Yeah, you can see ambers in a picture. You're pretty close.
Well, you can see the milky.
Right.
I'm trying to get to the part where where it's more focused.
What up, Kevin? Good evening, brother.
Yeah, that one little spot in the middle of the bud where everything's crystal clear.
Yeah. And it always sucks when you find out the focus ends up being like the end of a leaf or something like that instead,
Right.
and instead of where you want it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hell yeah, man. Cheers. Looking good, bro.
Yeah, 'cause I think when I popped onto your Discord on Saturday, that was just like I was just saying bye before doing a bunch of that plant work. I think.
Fuck yeah, give it a little update real quick. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to all the getting the work in there.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Matt, you're not doing anything outdoors this year, huh?
No. I was mentioning this to Wesley before he popped on. My location. If I grew where I live, if I had a backyard where I lived, I absolutely would do it. I think I would enjoy doing it, and I'm gonna do it when I do live somewhere where I have a backyard, right? But for now, like, in order for me to go to the spot where I could grow, I would have to travel. So for me to get to the middle of the summer and start wanting to flip a flower, I'd want a light depth in my location in order to finish my plants on time in the Pacific Northwest. Because if you don't, you bring your plants too far into October and then you risk losing most of it to bud rot. And it's happened every time that I've tried it. Having that happen on my big plant that year, I was just not being able to get the last 2 weeks, which is the majority of your weight. So I wasn't able to get the last 2 weeks in on what the plant needed and still pull off, I'd say 25% as I was harvesting. I still got a pound, but I could have gone way better on the size of that plant.
For sure. What up, Herb Nerd? Yeah, that thing was a beast. If y'all don't know,
it was 8x8.
yeah, y'all ever have free time, go check out Matt's outdoor from last year. Yeah,
2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah, I stopped after that one, but it was.
Man,
Man,
check
if I liked it, if I lived there and I would have been able to go out there and put a cover over it and then take the cover off and do that every night for a period of time, light depth, and put it in the flower earlier, it would have finished off and been massive. It would have been beautiful plant. But where I do live is the second floor of an apartment or a townhouse, so I don't have a backyard. I got a deck.
Right. Damn.
Hey, Matt,
Damn.
brother, thanks for having me up. I gotta hop off, go finish my chores before the sun drops.
It's awesome.
All right,
Thank you for coming up and showing what you had,
Yeah.
dude.
Later,
Hell
brother.
yeah, Levels, Wesley, everybody in chat. Peace out, guys.
Cheers, man. Yeah, that's awesome having him having both Moonwater and West having good organic conversation because I had no idea what they were talking about either. So I'm like sitting there learning as they're like sitting there talking back and forth.
Right.
That's the best thing about having smart people that have been doing shit for a long time.
Yeah. The experience, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried not to roll a fat one, and I still rolled a fat one.
That's one always smells so good when you open and pop the honey goes just so nice.
Damn. Damn. Hell yeah. Cheers. Moonwater, have a blessed night, man. Man, that's good.
What's up, man? Brother.
I'm slack. Damn, I still ain't got this thing rolled.
Is that the first one you're working on?
This is the first one I'm working on. Since what? Since
You're
what?
rolling? Yeah, no, since you got on here.
Yeah, I know.
You almost got it.
I had to break it up, and then I had to get the hash, and then I had to find the papers.
There you go. That's just a good idea. We go a little rosin in this joint.
Oh my god. I know.
I see. Hey, Kevin, you didn't get my message I tried to send you through my website. So I'm gonna send you another message. Oh, probably Instagram is probably the best way to get in touch with you, I think, right?
What we eating, Wes?
3 potatoes,
Nice.
onions, chicken breast, salad.
Nice. Good choice.
Okay.
Let's go.
Thinking I'll roll this joint, but before I smoke it, I'm gonna go show my garden. Show what I got vegging over there. So there's a few things going on.
I'll show mine after yours.
Cheers. Yeah, well, I just got my veg stuff here. And a new start. So I started a whole new yeah, about that. I didn't know if you got that message or not, so I was getting in touch with you on Instagram because I think you sent me messages there. We'll just chat that way.
Here. Wesley,
Yeah.
hey, you still? How's your grow doing?
We got something to talk about.
Oh yeah. How's it looking?
It's looking pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
We'll see how the smoke turns out. I gotta be optimistic till the end.
Yeah, you're right. What's your favorite so far?
The Forum cookies.
Of course.
Yeah, just classic, real cookie. 15-year-old cut, whatever it is, 13 or 15-year-old cut. Been kept just super clean. I'm really impressed. It reminds me exactly of what I remember. And that's good when those things line up, because a lot of the time it's like what you remember isn't what it still is.
Or you can't find what you remember, right?
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm pumped on that one. And all of it really. But that one's my profile, and then the grapefruit's looking primo. And I had a little timer tobacco though. The other night I was up late, and I thought I saw some light plowing out of some pinholes, and I forgot to go check it. And then when the next morning, my lights. I'm in the end of week 9, like the beginning, middle of week 9.
You said mites?
Lights, timer.
Oh, all right.
Some of my timer clips got hit on. So in the middle of the night, it went on for a half hour, off for a half hour, on for an hour, and then off.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Well, my super silver is starting to re-veg, and
oh no,
I got some herms popping out the nut. Yeah, so I'll probably cut early, but we made it to the finish line.
Fuck yeah!
Look at these girls.
Sorry, Matt.
Oh, it's all good. I was letting you guys finish. It's all good. This is the frostbacks. These are the ones that are going into the 4x8 after the juice junkies. And yeah, we were talking about spectrum, I think, on the last slide. That's a blues.
Blue.
Oh, blues.
No far red at all.
Nope. And they're all like 5. I think I think they're either 4 or 5K diodes as well.
Yeah.
So you don't get much stretch out of that.
No, it keeps it nice and squat, and they keep they do well. This is where this is my vegging tent, but because they're getting bigger. Oh shit. Oh, the zipper on the bottom one broke, so I have to go from top down now instead of bottom up, which sucks. I like going bottom up.
Yep. It's like a cat, 9 lives. You're on the last one.
So this right here is the Fruity Pebbles OG pink lemonade.
Oh, let's go!
That's
Hell
where you grew. That's where you grew, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm smoking right now. I can tell by that leaf structure.
Yeah, man. These right here are clones with roots that I took these cuts. I cut them off last Monday. Yesterday we checked, we had roots, so I moved them up. So it's 7 days. Some of them already had like decent sized roots, so I think I had day 6 and day 7 roots on these. And then this is my next set. Alright, I'll just lift this quickly.
It's pink lemonade.
And he's doing good too.
First.
So
You don't round your leaves off, huh?
you know what I have in the past. This time I didn't. I just, like I said, I gotta close this up because they just got out of the dome. That's, by the way, setting that at 70% humidity right now. This plant can take it, but it's so we can keep it up a little bit and then bring it down for these.
Yep. Well, right now you're hardening them off.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're trying to be careful with them so we don't hit them with the door.
Slap them.
Right. And then we'll come over here. And get here. Oh, this light doesn't matter. I can just flick it back on.
is the this one's the banana chem freak,
Banana
and
chem.
these are yeah. So this is from Turfy Mutants, and these ones are going to be mutated leads as well.
Nice. Pretty dope name.
Yeah,
Does it
it's
have analog in it?
I'll have to go check when I'm at the computer, but I'll be right back.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I had to tell him he said it wrong. It's pink lemonade, then Fruity Pebbles OG. That's why I didn't recognize it. Because he said it backwards. What up, Carl? You said it backwards, Matt.
What would I say backwards?
Pink lemonade cross Fruity Pebbles OG.
Oh, he typed it to me the other way when I got it. That's all.
He's always going to tell you that. That's just how he introduces it. I always forget too. I can say it 100 times and then still say it backwards. I do it all the time. I'll be like pink lemonade, pink lemonade, pink lemonade, and then at the end of the video I'm recording, I'm like, yeah, it's Fruity Pebbles cross pink lemonade. I'm like, oh fuck, said it backwards.
I mean, really, it only is proper because you're putting the female first, usually.
You know what?
Like when
Yep.
what the cross
That's exactly what G just said too.
He sent me the same message. He said that pink lemonade was the female and Fruity Pebbles was the male. He's watching, so he messaged both of us.
There we go. I didn't have the volume on my phone up.
There he is. Oh yeah.
That's a Nutter Butter. The Ragnarok. That one's
They're really coming back from last week. Remember, you said you kind of overwatered them last week. Now they're looking much better.
yeah. The two Nutter Butters were the worst.
Yeah.
They were real. They were real droopy. I picked up the pot and I was like, "Holy Christ!" Now they're getting lighter. So they're starting to. This is the apples and bananas autoflower.
Yeah.
A lot of internodal spacing in there.
Yeah, it's gonna go. No, sick. Can you go back closer again? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, there's some spots, but in other spots it's gonna be all right. It may be nice to have that depending on how the buds start setting in. Some of the other flowers like to really chunk in, right?
Yeah, I got to get some of these big leaves out of here. So
Yeah.
I just left them all alone and just monitored the environment and just let them go.
That's all we can do, Kevin.
Just watch them. Be a plant steward. I got to get in here and trim this up. I watered this one once.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm hoping this will be done before I have to flip these.
Yeah, it might, depending, you're gonna probably get there. You're like right there. But most likely I can't see why not. Because that plant's in, I would say, beginning of week 2 of flower right now.
Yeah, the autoflower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all grown under 24 hours of light until I put them in here, and then they're under 18.6.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're all the same age. They're all planted on the same day. They're only like a day or two apart max between all of them. Some come up in the morning, some in the evening, but all around the same time.
All of them.
I planted 6, and yeah, all of them. Well, I planted 6, and 5 of them came up. One of the autoflowers didn't pop.
That's what I was thinking. So the one in the middle is, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's an autoflower. I'm hoping that'll be ready to chop before I have to flip these. We'll see how it plays out.
Oh,
Yeah, because those still have some time before those will grow bigger. Because you do a few transplants. Because I know you do a few little pots, don't you?
Yeah, well, I went from I go from the seed starting cubes,
Mm-hmm.
then I go to a 4-inch nursery pot, and then I go to the 1 gallon.
That's where you are right now.
Yeah,
Right?
they're 1 gallons right now, except for the autoflowers in this final 3 gallon pot.
Do you do another one before your final pot too, or not? Or you just go from there?
No,
to
this one I'm just going to go from here into the final pot.
Okay, cool. I just remember you did some stages. I didn't know how many different stages you did after this point. It was okay. Yeah, I'd say you would be right there on that edge, right? It would probably be finishing up, and those plants would be kind of big at that point, but we just let it go after that. Isn't it? It's a cool experiment.
This is definitely a sativa leaning, but it's supposed to be a 50-50.
You know, if worst case scenario and those other plants are too big, you could always just take that autoflower and put it into your other tent if you really needed to finish it off. If it got really crowded.
Yeah, or I could just take it out and just set it over here and put a light above it. Don't need a tent.
That works too. That works too. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter about the light.
Yeah, but I'm more interested in getting these for
No, for sure.
the flower, because the autoflower was basically an experiment, as you know, with using these tall nursery pots for trees.
Oh, I see.
So they're real deep, and that's what I did the autoflower in. But it didn't give me any extra time for. And I know the root didn't hit the bottom, but it's still 3 weeks, and then it started flowering. So she was in a hurry. But it looks like she almost doubled in size in a week since it started flowering.
Right. Wait, you said the middle one is flowering?
Yeah.
It's an autoflower, and the ones that are around
Yeah. I didn't know it was already flowering.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'll have to look up what the. I'll have to look up the recommended times for this particular. It was a freebie from Ethos, apples and bananas.
Oh, it's a good genetic too. But yeah, no, Herb. No, he normally does that with his autoflowers. It's just this was an experiment with with doing a certain kind of pot to see if it would work. But it flowered it. That's why it flowered so early on for him. Somebody was saying about going directly into a pot.
Yeah, so with autoflowers, for me, my best thing would be going right from the root riot cube right into their 3-gallon pot. And
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you did last time, I believe, with the purple with the grapes, right? The grape.
yeah.
This goes for the win.
Yeah, it was an experiment to see if this transplant method would work with the style. Yeah, I've tried it many times before, and you're right. When you do that transplant, it just happens. And the last 2 autoflower runs I've done were the first 2 that I did directly into the final pot, and I'm not going back the other way because it's worked.
a nice size leaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Selective people. Let's go.
Pick some of them big ones out of there. Get a chance for these secondaries to pop up.
Right. Yeah, you don't please.
Well, at least they were all healthy.
Oh yeah.
They stink.
Saying you're on a good track this time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers. Fuck yeah. Yeah. You got a new guy or someone in chat saying they like your platform.
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking it out.
What? Not the lazy Susan.
Thinking about taking it out for one run.
We love the lazy Susan.
Damn.
You have access to all around your tent, right?
Well, I'm gonna once I slide the tent over a little bit, then I can get in through the 2 side panels.
It won't be. Yeah, you probably won't find it so bad if that's the case. As somebody who can't and
I
has
was only gonna do that just to see if I scrog out the whole thing.
yeah, I think you could do it. It look good. It would look great.
See if I can break a pound.
Oh yeah, I think you can. It's a 4x4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, dude. 2 pounds.
But no, having the access to those sides is going to be really beneficial. And I say that as somebody that doesn't, and like proning through underneath your tent and you're trying to get at spots and like ducking around. It's not much fun.
No.
Poking your head up on the other side so you can reach the higher things. Yeah, butts I've had in my face. It's just like. No, that's gonna be cool to see.
How long? How long are they drying back?
Oh, well, not the autoflower. The autoflower I watered, but the other ones I haven't watered since I put them into. Since I transplanted them and watered them in, I haven't given them any more water because I recognize I put a little too much water in a couple of them, and they didn't like it.
They usually
They're coming back.
look, yeah, they look good. Yeah.
It's almost topping time.
Top.
Yeah, no. Depending on how spread out you want them, right? Yeah, actually, they're getting close. I always like Note 5 or 6, depending if I have to take off. Because with my
Right, I'm gonna have to take off the bottom because it's too close to the dirt.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at the 6th node now.
Yeah, and then depending on how many you want to take off the bottom is, then it's normally
Right. I want to keep at least 4 to 6.
Yeah.
4 to 6 main branches.
Yeah, that'll look great. I think that would be a good amount of solid toss. Nice, man.
But I'm gonna have more fans in here with an exhaust and an intake. This is still the old tent. I'm still taking this down and putting up the brand new one. I've just been too lazy. I got a lot of crap in here to organize before I can have enough room to take this down and put the other one up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all I got to show you guys.
Oh, thank you for showing.
I'll see you back in chat.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Pull off an auto, you got my respect.
I got almost. I got 12 ounces from the last 4 autos that I just did.
You're gonna like the prolong coming up.
All right, Matt. Cheers. You ready?
Yeah, man. Let's get you up here.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. We got the 3 phenos that are no jokes. 2 Soulfire. We got 2 seeds there, Soulfire seeds.
Yeah. Are the ones in the pots, those are clones though, right?
Yeah, those are no joke clones. Yep.
Man, Soulfire, he used to work with Exotic Genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super close homies. They're actually the only 2 people that trade plants. That's why their work looks similar, because
Y'all ready for this?
they got that fire locked down.
That's cool.
Damn.
All right.
Nice. The one? Or-
These are 3 of them. These are the no jokes.
Wow.
Yeah, probably this weekend I'm gonna be flipping this thing. It's gonna be close. We got the Fruity Pebble clones looking better than ever in here.
Nice.
Looking gorgeous. Take that off there. Yeah, looking gorgeous.
Your garden's come a long way in the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, we got our clones here.
Nice.
Not getting much light down there. Got some funky leaves. No, but yeah, everything's looking good.
Yeah, dude.
Like I said, these are the no jokes. We're about to flip these. Yeah.
You're gonna be pushing those height restrictions.
Wait, what'd you say?
You're gonna be up at the top of your tent on this one.
Oh, I know it. I know. Yeah, I
Whew.
Those are looking good, man. Those are nice size.
yeah, we're gonna put a net on. Take some more clones. We got a homie to hook up with some clones, but so we're gonna weed whack it a little bit more, and then strip her bear down and flip her, and then we got.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got flour. This is like day 38. Day 36. And this is pink lemonade cross Fruity Pebbles OG. Wink, wink.
Cheers.
D. Wink, wink, motherfuckers.
Is that the light that you have, or does it actually have a bit of a pink, like a red hue to them?
I got some.
Oh, you have those up. Okay.
I got some deets. I'm about to turn them off. I don't want foxtails, so I'm gonna be cutting it off.
It's gonna be a combination of the far red and the heat. The heat is still gonna be a major catalyst to the fox healing happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that even running those is as far away as you're running them right now, I think you're fine. I think you'd be more inclined to have photo bleaching but you would have to be much closer to even get that. I think that you're okay to keep running them. I think that you're not gonna have any issue with foxtails. Unless your heat is high, and then you're gonna have heat and the far red, which is gonna again enhance cell expansion, and then you could run into both things working against you.
82.
I'd say you're still okay at 82, man. Is that with the same with when it's closed? Is it same 82?
Yeah, it's like 81, 82.
Yeah, I think you're okay, man. I think you have to be getting up into the 90s, pushing higher like that before you start really having a fox healing issue.
I've been sitting 82, 84.
That's where you're sitting?
Yeah, pretty much the whole time till like the last 2 or 3 days.
You need in excess heat, right? And the plant can really, when diminishing returns for the plant really starts happening.
Green leaf. Sorry.
I mean, I did have some crowning. I wouldn't call it complete foxtailing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're banging it in the 4x4 too.
Sam, yeah, you are correct. It's 82 is optimal for LED for biomass growth.
Banging it out in the 4x4.
But 78 at leaf temperature is optimal for cannabinoid growth. So that's why a lot of plants people crop steer and bring their temperatures down in the last 2 weeks because they want to move away from the biomass because it's a trade-off. Bigger buds or a little bit more trichomes.
Yeah, our 4x4 is about to get flipped soon too.
That's looking really good, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, we had to turn this one around.
Man, and you get to try 3 different phenos of some fire expression.
Oh, this ain't the no jokes. This is the 4x4. The no jokes are over here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the 3 phenos of no joke.
This is the lemonade.
No, this is pink lemonade.
Stop it.
How much fun?
This is the Lucky Charm Malades.
Lucky.
Man, eat up all these leaves. The fucking fan been chewing on my leaf.
Sometimes I get splits of my leaves from training them through the net and they get caught or whatever.
About to get another one, motherfucker.
My cat's been doing that.
Yeah,
Been
they're
doing
fucking blowing up. I'm about to change lights. Hopefully I can put this 720. That 720 there. We're gonna put that up in here. I'm about to have to swaz these. Probably this weekend I'm gonna have to swaz this tent and that tent and probably do a selective beach bolt on some of that leaf matter. Just the ones that are blocking the major bud sites.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be stripped fucking the Memorial Day. No, it's gonna be fucking Memorial Swaz Day. The swaziest of the swazes.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. You're really enjoying that training style.
Fuck yeah, let's
Where it's
go.
working, man, for you. So that's really cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we got a nice canopy on. I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy.
the density. How is it? It's
Real dense.
I'd like to just strip this whole thing. This thing's gonna be fucking heavy.
Are you finding yourself in the garden a lot more these days?
No. Complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah. I want to spend more time here. I feel like if I did, I mean, not all day, every day, but like definitely feel like I wish I could do more in the grow sometimes.
I hear you.
With work and all.
Oh, yeah.
2 spots.
You gotta balance it. That's why I plan times. Like on my way to work, I stop over at the grow to do stuff, and then before I go to my actual job, and then I plan my Saturdays. It takes up all your time.
Yep.
That was funny because I remember before you, like 2 years ago, he was running a 3x3 in a pool room, and now look at you. You got a lot of growing on it.
Yep.
And we all knew it was going to happen because of how much he wanted to get out of the tents.
It's the passion. You already knew it. If y'all seen me outdoors, you should have known that I was going to.
I do, yeah. We didn't do it once you had the space. You just didn't have the space there. You had the pool room for the longest time.
For those in chat who don't know me 2 years ago, If you would have seen my outdoor, you would know why I have tents. I'm surprised I don't have fucking 18 plants in each of those tents.
Yeah, you're doing good, right? For the door open and everything growing in front of the tent, so we can at least get a little more light.
Yeah, I was all over the place. I hate to
Hey,
turn
we
the
all got a
light.
learning curve.
No,
It's
like
termite.
that's why I made that. That's why I made that comment when you were showing the plants. It's like how much you've grown from there, dude.
You couldn't even tell. Like if you didn't know he didn't know how to grow, then you wouldn't be able to tell now.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Cheers, y'all.
So I do want to announce this before this is over, but for the grow off or the grow along, so it's gonna be. I'm just gonna share out my post here on Instagram. I'm gonna make this go live on Instagram, on Discord. So you're gonna have to go through the Discord here. And so it's gonna be, there's 20 spots available. So make sure you're active because the one thing it's going to be going through is there's going to be a discount code he's going to give, and it's going to cover the cost of the seeds. The only thing is going to be shipping, I think, is what it ended up having to be. But it's not through me. It's through his website. It's through whatever how he does the seeds. I'm going to have to get more information before I make this. As you see right now, it's only for me to see. I haven't made it go complete until I have that link. But we're gonna hopefully get this going, and it's gonna be live by July. We want to start at the beginning of July. It's gonna be auto flowers. So for people that are interested in that, I know I've had good luck with auto flowers, and I've had not good luck. But I've had really good luck with Frostbite's genetics of all their strains I've done. I know there's a few people out there that also have run them. It was Blazing that actually brought them to my attention. It was still out there. I'm gonna grab this actually. I'm gonna grab after I stop sharing. I'm gonna go through and grab the link and where is this? Beginning of July is the plan. There's a link to my Discord. We'll get you in there. Members will be able to go here, and then when you go down here, I've set up a new role for this grow off. So it's for people to post in here. We're gonna do posts in here weekly, and during the live stream, we're gonna show where people are at. We're gonna start then, and I'm gonna talk to them about having like a later end date, so people that can't start right away can start a little later, and just make it really broad. Because the one thing I always hated about these things is where like it's so narrow that you can't ever it doesn't work for your plan. So I want to make it long enough that would work for somebody's plan if it was a few times like in a row, right? Yeah, just like I said, Kevin. Like I'm gonna make it so the range is so big for these auto flowers that you can start it even after people are pretty much in flower. And we're gonna show them
autos
throughout yeah. So I'm gonna make the time frame big enough so people can actually get in there and everybody can be a part of it. And we'll just show it during at a little part during the show at a certain time. We'll just flip over to doing that part, and that's kind of what I want to start doing with some of the live streams. I like having like all the conversations about plants and and I want to have it kind of have certain like parts in it, so it's gonna be more structured instead of just and we can get the ball rolling maybe sometimes on some things, right? So we'll notice sometimes it goes a little still, and I want to make sure everybody has a good experience. So in this grow along, it's going to add a lot of plants, and a lot of people will be able to have their stuff showcased on there for people to see. But here's the three genetics that we're running from Frostbite. These are some of his new they're feminized. They're feminized out of flower strain, so don't worry about anything going wonky on you. So purple dose, purple Spartan, purple brisk. And the one thing is you have to grow all three. Again, if you don't have a plant count that allows that, that's another reason why I'm going to make it broad, so you can grow a couple here and a couple there if you need to, if you have to split it out. Awesome. Yeah. No, I see there's a couple new ones that are popping up. I'm going to go through there and get everybody set up in there. I'm going to either get the link or I'm going to get people signed up on, or I'm just going to put this live so it actually shows up for everybody else. And just know that I'm going to get that information of where they're going to be doing this. Because I want to make sure that everybody knows they have to do this. It's through him. Once we get that list together, I'd like to stay hands away from that kind of stuff.
Matt's had seeds taken.
Yes, I have. I've had seeds taken at the border side.
Yep.
Cheers, everybody.
But yeah, I wanted to announce that, and we're gonna get this going.
I posted up on IG. I think it's going to be chop time in the next day or two.
Oh, really? Shit, yeah, we gotta get this up there.
Yeah, with my timer issue, things just went into a bad spiral of stress. But we're like 4 days into week 9, so we hit the window.
Yeah, there you go. And have you been able to look at the trichomes? How they look? Or would you actually? Let's get your.
No, I pretty much just run things minimum 9 weeks. And, unless it's like really showing something quick.
Yeah.
The grapefruit, I mean, that could have been done a while ago. It's looked like it's been done for weeks. Well, it just kept swelling out, and it still had some orange hairs. So, I don't know. I haven't scoped things in forever. I just run them. Whatever, 90. I don't even know what 9 weeks is. 70 days?
9 weeks is 63.
63? Oh, wow, that's short.
Yeah, I do that just because I do 70 myself. I'm like you. I have a certain cycle. I'm like, I start plants as expectation. It's going to take 84 days before they're in that tent. So I have 84 days to get my plant as big as possible.
Yeah.
To get ready for that tent. And that 84 comes from the 70 for flowering and the 14 to dry.
Oh, dry is because you're in the tent.
In the flowering tent.
Yeah.
And then so as soon as I split the flower, I start a run. So it has 84 days to get as big as I can to maybe veg it into the next one for a week. Then once it hit flip, start the next one. And it's just a repeat of that. But that's why it works with that. But
Hell yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, sorry, I think Blazing actually just answered Kevin's question. But if you didn't answer, I can get those answers for you. And indoor, outdoor, hope you're doing well this evening. Let's get to your garden.
So I got a little fade on things. I think I had some dry out problems.
Well, about this time is when you're gonna maybe start seeing those fade.
They faded a little bit. I mean, the cookie faded to purple.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it's like a sharp line across. And so the super silver, obviously that's the re-veg kind of little frillies that are popping up on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
She could go 10.
Oh yeah, she's re-vegging. That's right.
Yeah, but it's only out of the little tip tops.
Right. I feel you.
Super weird.
I've never seen that.
And this is on 12, hey?
This is what?
And you're on, and this is on 12, right?
Not no more.
Well, it was. It's probably been
Oh.
8 days.
Sorry, I totally skipped over that part of what you were saying. So you put it back into 18?
No, it wasn't even 18. It was in the 12-12. Like 3 hours after it went off, it went on for a half hour. And then it went off for a half hour and then on for an hour in the middle of the night and then off for the rest of the night. So it was like a disco show. It was just breaking the dark cycle, which is the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah. And then
It wasn't a full 18. It wouldn't even bulk out. It just is messing with the light cycle.
And that one, I guess, was just more susceptible than most other of the plants in your tent to that. Okay.
Yeah, the garlic right here. This one, I found a banana, popping out of a brax. So I think everything's going to start doing that.
But you said you were pretty close to be done.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. It's swollen up. There's teeny little hair clusters. I think I made it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the Forum Cookies. She's just freaking gorgeous.
That's the
And it's
favorite.
mostly just pretty weed.
I love it when they do that nice little spiral at the top when it fills in. That's so nice. Yeah. Right here.
And so she's knuckling out. That one didn't. But that one's like whatever foxtail or whatever people would call it.
But all the way down, I like it when they're dry and then you can just pull these off and they're like these perfect little golf ball sized nugs.
Yeah.
Right?
All the, yeah, she just like bloop, 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 little clunkers.
Yeah. It was looking really nice, man. Nice work.
Rock solid. Yeah, so I kept a mom of that because it was just
Oh, yeah.
classic. I knew what I was getting into. That's the garlic breath. Smells super cushy,
Nice.
super loud. Almost got a GMO smell to it. If anybody's familiar with GMO, it's very distinct. It takes over.
Garlic, mushroom, onion.
Don't believe that. Runts. No, it's GMO cookies because of the Girl Scouts selling GMOs in their cookies.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
that's the grapefruit there.
yeah, dude. Look at the frost on this. Nice work.
Fuck yeah.
Short and squat. That plant didn't do any stretching.
I see that.
I mentioned in this video that I should have pruned some fan leaves off much sooner. Shout out to Level.
I tried to tell you.
So under the canopy took a hit for sure.
You had a lot in there.
Yeah. I thought it was going to yellow out and drop all those leaves. And just with that dry back, it messed up the whole kind of metabolism of things. And
Yep. You hear that, y'all. Too many leaves can be detrimental in certain environments.
a lot of the nugs just didn't get that top color.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that. Fuck yeah.
And it's genetics as well, because the cookies, I left all the leaf on. It is an open structure, but every nug top to bottom pretty much all looks the same.
Mm-hmm. Looks good though. Nice canopy.
Man, that line of purple is just so nice.
And as a grower, we critique ourselves and look at our grows and know where we could improve that. You know what I mean? Oh, we picking hairs off?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, the cat hair, it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the super silver. I'm not even want to trim this thing.
Yeah, she's alien looking.
And it smells like haze, it's got that pencil shavings, Jackie, citrus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more complex than Jack, though. Career. And that's the runs, which I didn't save that either because it came out good, but I'm not into runs. And then those are my three moms: the grapefruit, the cookie, and the diesel. Garlic. And that's the culprit timer. So those hung and hit the switches in when I bumped them. So that's why it made two different dark lights on.
I was just gonna say those timers. I used to have those for things around the place, but my cats used to push into them, and they did the same shit all the time. So everything's on digital timers now, so it doesn't happen. Yeah, those things are a pain in the ass.
I should have. I usually take like a nursery pot and tape it over the front.
Yeah.
No.
And sometimes the click is so like mute that you can't
It might not
hear
even
it.
look like it's pushed.
But it
your
isn't like
cat's a douche.
That scares me now.
yeah, it was a very nice thing. Dude, that's something awesome, man.
Yeah, thanks. That's a year out of a little over a year out of the game.
Yeah, it was your first. This was your first grow back at it.
This is my first grow in a tent ever.
Really?
In 18 years of cultivation. Yep.
That's cool.
It's always been room, so I hate it. I hate tents.
And what? But if you don't mind me asking, I'll wait.
Hit me with it.
It's the second pass through, anyways. So you can ask me a question. I always do two pass throughs in case we talk over something when we miss something.
What are you gonna ask?
Oh, you want me to ask?
Yeah,
Wait. You said there was bugs.
Bugs? Did I say bugs?
I guess maybe you just meant something happened with the timer, and I confused that with bugs.
Yeah,
The only thing that happened was the timer.
Yeah, and the dry out on the topsoil, even on the
Like
sip.
it was a stupid question.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully. I mean, I was paying attention, but I thought I heard something to do with might or something.
I said lights. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
said
Remember I said mice and you said lights again? That's all right. That's where I got confused.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he said lights, and I'm like, mites. He's like, yeah, I got a thing or two we could talk about. You got mites, and I'm like, what? Oh, he said a light problem, but I thought he said mite problem. I was like, mites.
It's like perked up, really.
What? He was like, no, lights. All right, back on track. Like I said, stupid question.
Yeah. Strictly organics, if anybody didn't know. With the organics alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the first time you're using that the carbon based.
It's the first time I flowered a plant through.
Okay.
With it, I kept the moms before I moved alive with with the nitrogen source and the calcium source that they have.
Yeah.
And so I ran the whole. They had like 4 different powders. The veg, transition, bloom, and deep bloom. Or when you're setting your nugs, and then whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so even with having the dry outs, I think it came out. We'll see. We'll see when it comes to the smoke. They look good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we'll see if we pulled it. It smelled good. I had to put a second filter in the living
Now,
room.
what's your plan for the next time? You said you took clones of that form cut? Are you running a monocrop of the form?
Yeah, I'm pretty much probably. Well, so last week, me and Josh, we went in on the Chem 91 cut. I got a lead on the Chem Dog 91.
Nice.
Popped in, from 91, the real Chem, and so we split the price. And I'm thinking like I'm just gonna jack rooms out of that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Because I've been trying to get that thing since 2007. Pretty much like changed my life. Like smoking it with a homie, I was like, oh my god, this is what like weed is. and then you couldn't get the genetics. It was very held close. And so I'm pumped. I mean, I won't do that because you get sick of anything. So I'll probably do the cookie and the 91. But I don't know. Summertime right now. I don't have an AC in the living room, so it's not. I'm not going to flower in 80 something, 90 degree summer. So I'll probably just keep cuts till the fall and figure it out. I don't know. Undecided.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for joining. To be honest, I didn't know if I was gonna grow again for a lot longer than a year. I was pretty burnt out and was dealing with my medical issues, and I just had a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. No, I agree. I remember talking to you through some of those times about your boat growing and stuff. It's awesome. It's really cool to have you back doing it, though. A lot of people can learn from you.
Going, I just got to try to keep up with you new school people. We're just old farts now.
We grow completely different ways, though, so that's why it's cool. It's a good abstract for
your first 10 grow. I think you did pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And there's boxes too. Yeah. 9 different strains.
First time.
Yeah, love canopy, straw.
Oh yeah, I got to keep it even. What do you want?
Yeah, you did a great job of that, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
You did a great job of that, keeping it even.
Yeah, lifting up things and tying things down, whatever has to be done.
Whatever needs to be done. Fuck yeah.
But we're gonna end it on that really nice looking garden. So have a great evening, everybody. Until next week. By the way, if you wanted to be involved in that grow long, I'll just put here to do that.
I don't know, a hot summer room.
Hazy Susan.
All right, everybody have a great week.